What is happening, people? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Wire series. This is episode 10 coming up, and it is called The Cost. Wow. Last episode, shit just went down. Shit has just been going down and down and down. It's just escalating to ridiculous levels now. I thought Omar was gonna chill. Instead, he had a whole plan last episode, which led to him coaxing Avon out of the club, and he got a chance to fire on him. He missed. He took one in the shoulder from Bay, but that just shows that, Omar will go straight to the source. He doesn't give a fuck. He survived the gunshot. I'm assuming he ran away. Obviously, Avon and Bay are cool. They know Omar's coming directly for Avon now. I do not know how Avon's going to react to that. Omar's just taken a hit. He's going to have to lay low and heal and hope that he can avoid any sort of counter-attack while he's healing up and shit. I mean, it makes me think the only way this is gonna end up is with them striking some sort of peace treaty. It can't be warfare for 5 straight seasons. There will be so many dead people. There'll be no one left to tell the story. It'll just be yeah, season 1, Omar went to war with them. For 5 entire seasons, didn't back off, lay down, go undercover, go into hiding, strike a peace treaty, and it was just an absolute massacre for 4 seasons. Maybe I'll be wrong, maybe that's what's in store for me, but I just can't see it happening because too many characters using that arc of a story would die too quickly. But we'll see. I mean, who knows how it's gonna go. I imagine what might happen is Omar will strike up a peace treaty and not keep to it, and just low-key use that to bide time to further plan ways to fuck over Avon, maybe in more sneaky ways again, rather than just straight up shooting at him on the street, which is probably the least low-key method he could have employed when getting back at Avon. Straight up shooting him in the face. It's the most direct and effective, if successful, but he's in a pile of shit now that it wasn't. Man, last episode as well, I just can't get it out of my head how funny it was seeing Avon so petty. He had the whole community basketball thing, but what that really set up, what that whole basketball shit really set up, was this guy that runs the east side of the city. I think it's Low Proposition Joe. That chubby guy with his suit and the baby dreads. He was an interesting character because at first he seemed like he just sort of minded his own business. He was amicable with Avon even though Avon was the one losing his cool. He was keeping things cool. Shit could have escalated right there, really, if Low Proposition Joe had just gotten some street shit back. I mean, he runs the east side, so I'm assuming he's a man of pride. But because he'd won the game, he was just taking it all cool, let Avon release his stress and moved. But then later on, when Omar brought him all them crack vials, it showed that deep down he was willing to go to war with Avon too, just not directly. Low Proposition Joe obviously wants Avon out of the picture just as much as Omar from a financial and business standpoint. If Avon ain't there, that guy could essentially take over the entire city. So he was happy to take those vials, and he was also happy to give Omar the pager number. Another thing is Avon gonna figure out that it was Low Proposition Joe that hooked Omar up the pager number? Because then that could be a full-scale East Coast versus West Coast fucking Baltimore City beef going on as well. All sorts of mad shit being set up. I forget her name. Literally someone put it in the comments last episode as well, and I still forget her name. One of the few names I've yet to remember yet. No disrespect. D'Angelo's girlfriend. She was pulled in by the cops. She told them a little bit. She told them a bit about D'Angelo. She took a little cot away with her, and then she packed up her shit, and the last thing we saw was her getting out of there. Very smart choice by her. I'm assuming we haven't seen the last of her, but if she was smart, that will be the last we've ever seen of her. She will move to fucking Hawaii and live the rest of her days fucking waiting in a bar or something, avoiding all that dangerous shit, and enjoying the sunshine. Episode 10, The Cost. Let's see what it's saying to it. Well, it's a better start to the day than he's had, the last 3 years. At least he's sitting in a park and not in some dingy shithole injecting crack. Sloppy exchanges, supposed to pass the note during the handshake. I thought that giant bubble was about to just on that grandmother's face there. Can tell it's not easy for him, but he's doing his best. I mean, God only knows what it's like to kick a substance of that power. One of the best representations I saw in it in film was maybe Ray, the Ray Charles biopic with Jamie Foxx. And man, watching that dude try kick heroin in that film felt so fucking real, like, brutal. Another good representation of that, the addiction of heroin in general, is probably the most famous Scottish film of all time, Trainspotting. If you've never seen it, it's a really, really big film. It's very rare a Scottish film passes the boundaries of Scotland in its acclamation. Trainspotting is generally regarded as a classic in the entirety of the United Kingdom. I'm not sure how popular it was in America, but if you're American and this is your first time hearing of it and want to truly see an insight into the heroin epidemic that plagued the central cities of Scotland, you should watch Trainspotting. I warn you, it's a brutal film. Requiem for a Dream was heavily influenced by Trainspotting in its brutality and portrayal of heroin addiction. Not fun films to watch, but worth watching once. You're a sadist if you watch those films more than once. I want to be depressed again. I'll put on depressing films.
Should never left you alone, homie. Nah, shit. Man, you don't pull up when you did, I'm gone. Listen, what I want to know is how the fuck we come back on this cuss.
So straight away they're looking for revenge.
Listen, your advice, string of your advice was good advice. You know what I'm saying? I want to let you know that. What I want you to do, man, I want you to put the word out there. I want you to let him know we're willing to squash this, if he is.
So that's what I thought. I mean, it had to be that. Otherwise, everyone dies. So it was that or everyone dies. I mean, yeah, it's all a plot for like a sneaky attack when he's not expecting it, but I seriously doubt Omar's gonna fall for that shit. He's gonna be on guard with these guys non-stop.
They don't want no traffic charges, you know what I'm saying? They don't want no humble shit. I think they was trying to see where I might go. Where the fuck was you gonna take their asses? I was taking them to the barbershop. For real, I was going to get a haircut. Get a fade?
Fucking Avon's handling that way better than I thought he would, you know, because he's so low-key, he has yet to even be seen by any of them, and that's the first time they literally had eyes on him, spotted him at a basketball game. If I was Avon, I'd be flipping my shit right now, but he's calm and collected as always.
These motherfucking local cats want to talk to you, they gotta talk to me.
Okay, so String of Bells like basically taking over Avon's pager, disconnecting him yet again from another chain. Can't even get him direct no more.
Yeah, they ripped out the payphones and the low-rises, now they're walking a block or two away.
I'm just asking how much longer till you bring this case in, Jimmy. The quicker you can, the better for everybody, yourself included. Look at this.
This guy's got an interesting personality quirk in that he's always a dick to McNulty in front of this lady judge.
Rhonda talks more trash than both of us, Your Honor.
I have never been anything other than ladylike, Your Honor. Detective McNulty is going out of his way to insult an officer of the court.
McNulty, I hold you in contempt.
Who doesn't?
It's a fair point. I mean, if it ain't that guy, it's Rawls. If it ain't Rawls, it's Daniels.
So, I mean, there are things we gotta have. Like a real crib, a play desk, and you know he gotta have one of them little tight cars. I'm not saying your
What the
place ain't
fuck?
nice enough.
Has D'Angelo got another chick with a kid? I didn't even know this shit.
And I think that I could get some better furniture and put your stuff in the other bedroom. Like it was a den. Cause this sofa you got seen better days. I think you know that much.
Who is this chick?
D, where you going at? I told you I need money for the new bedroom set. D!
I do not know where this chick came from, but oh my god. What are you doing having a kid with that chick, mate?
The stash is somewhere near the Mondo Mart, right?
You are on it, Detective Sidney.
Okay, so what do you do with this?
What do we do?
We're gonna be sitting on that payphone in Pimlico all day and all night waiting on Mr. Mondo Mart.
You guys get the shit jobs because you're the shit cops. Be better at being cops and you might actually get some real work, not just have to stake out payphones, you inept fucks. Where's the rest of that money? Still in the wheel well? Is it in the wheel well? Did you get it all? Shit cunts.
I'm gonna go try to scare him up. Where you gonna be?
Well, everyone on the wire keeps talking about how this kid's all tore up about the dead stick-up boy. I'm gonna see for myself.
You know what? Someone mentioned in the comments last week that that's a young Michael B. Jordan. I had no fucking idea. No way is Michael B. Jordan in this shit as well. That is so dope. The successor to Apollo Creed in The Wire. Are you taking the piss? Oh, it's the strip club runner. My man is trying to get his crack game going.
Do right by me, I'll turn around and come back on.
Where your money at, man?
That hand in the back seat just couldn't wait to count that shit. Like a mantis. So I take it there ain't nothing in there, and he's just been fucked? If so, he's dead.
Brothers, sisters. That's sister. So let's stay in the basement.
So it's his sister. I knew that woman must have, like, loved him unconditionally to allow him in the house in that state.
At least you got your health. Here's the health.
I like this guy's hanging about with, man. Good positive influence for once in Bubbles' life.
Forgiveness from other folks is good, but it ain't nothing but words coming at you from outside. You want to kick this shit? You gotta forgive your own self.
This guy's like the fucking Dalai Lama.
What the fuck you want to hear? That you're strong enough to do this by yourself? Getting clean's the easy part. Now comes life.
Ain't that a quote and a half?
4 Fadley's crab cakes in the bag, 24 Dutch beers in the box.
Fadley's, huh? You all right, McNulty? I don't care what all them motherfuckers downtown say about.
Fucking literally walk the beat cops drinking on the job. It's one thing a cop in plain clothes drinking on the job. That's acceptable. But wearing the badge and drinking on the job. Yeah, I bet he misses her right now.
You gonna lay back, let us work our case?
I said I'd do what I can. Still, I thought I might let y'all know Avon's people got in contact talking about they want to end the beef.
I mean, he's holding his shoulder, like, has he not even been hospital or has someone stitch it up?
Right now, I need some assistance from y'all.
Oh shit. He's just been fucking sitting dealing with it, man. Usually in this situation, like, people usually know some low-key doctor, or like in the case of Breaking Bad, you could bribe a vet who can get you a doctor who can perform these minor surgeries without having to go to hospital and getting the police involved and shit. Oh shit, they were police. That is even worse than getting, well, not sure if it's even worse than being shot dead, but it's definitely on a par.
See what comes back.
Side note, I completely bought that dude as a dealer, man.
If you full of shit, pal, I wanna know it quick.
What happens to me while you checking?
Eagle Street. City jail, motherfucker.
That undercover detective likes his job a bit too much. What a prick. Of course, they could have used that tiny bit of screen time to show character depth to this guy. Maybe say something interesting about the night or something. A belch. This is how fucking inept this dude is. He gets a close-up in one of the most legendary shows of all time, and burps. I get a feeling the show writers are trying to tell me something about this dude's character arc, and that he will never not be a dick.
The big fuck from the high-rise. What's his name?
Little man.
Yeah, him.
Alright.
Jesus Christ, that dial-up modem.
Look at this pretty motherfucker.
Too fucked up to drive home, McNulty.
Is McNulty actually drunk again?
Kid gave us a murder. More than that, he's put in Stringer Bell.
Oh, yeah?
Picks out Weebay Bird and Stinkum from photo arrays. Puts them all up at the Greeks the night they grab up Omar's boy, Brandon.
No way, Wallace has told them all that shit.
When they killed the stick-up boy, the motherfuckers dumped the body in the alley right behind where this kid and all the other low-rise hoppers lay their heads. Can you imagine?
It's fucking horrible, that. Of course he would be traumatized by that. It's just a shame he turned to drugs to, like, deal with it.
You up, man? We all the way down.
First thing tomorrow, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now they've got to connect. Oh, this fucking idiot. Oh shit, this is Avon's guy, so he's gonna wonder why the fuck he's in here.
Guess who's up in here?
Pimpin' ass Orlando from the club. Yeah. Courtside.
How much information did he give them? They're gonna fucking know he gave them info if he's right back out of there the next day as well. 24-hour stay. That's gonna let everybody there know he gave information if he's right back out. This guy is so fucked.
Did Angelo ever talk to you about what happened in the 221 building? With Pooh getting shot?
Okay, so he's not saying too much because D'Angelo did tell him about that.
You see anything about a girl getting shot in an apartment up on the east side?
Nah, D was good to me.
Okay, so he's not being stupid. That's good to see.
You saw the sticker boy at the Greeks, right?
Yeah, but he didn't go up there. It was mostly those tower boys.
And Stringer. You said Stringer was in the truck, he called you over, asked you to point out the stick-up boy.
Well, it doesn't matter that he's not informing on D'Angelo if he's informing on Stringer. Stringer is way higher up the chain, and he is in way more trouble for that than he would have been if he'd have been informing on D'Angelo. I mean, either way, he's in fucking trouble if you're an informant. I mean, I don't know if Avon handles shit like most organised crime syndicates, but generally that is a death sentence, so...
And I checked with Verizon, there's no phone service at that address.
Well, that's a telltale right there.
So what? We try to write a warrant for this place, right?
Right?
Risky. Product might not be being held there. They have a warrant for that place. They'll never get that chance again. Everything will change.
Detective Presbeluski.
What?
You have a gift for the paper trail. Tomorrow calls for some street work, though. Are you street ready?
No, he is not. Do not give him a gun. Give him a crossword puzzle. A bit of Sudoku, maybe. Don't give him a badge and a gun and a car and a location to go to, because that's where this guy does not thrive. Fish out of water over here.
Lost track of him in a crowded municipal market. This is simply unacceptable, Your Honor.
Be that as it may.
Holy fuck! So his wife's trying to limit visitations to his kids because of that day he told him to play the spy game and he lost track of them in the market at that time.
Ms. Perlman, you have a response you'd like to offer up here? Nope. Nothing.
Even that judge was like, are you fucking shitting me?
Now then, is Mr. McNulty capable of having a civil conversation with Mrs. McNulty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is Mrs. McNulty equally capable of having a conversation with Mr. McNulty? Yes. Good. Then I'm going to lunch.
Hey, at least she's being a bit civil now. That judge has not got time for their petty bullshit.
And the other thing is the license transfer application for the liquor board. They both backdated and notarized till last week. A front has to be clean. But right now,
yeah, he's no longer getting to run that nightclub.
I want my bail paid. You send me a bondsman, I'll sign.
Is that what you want me to tell him?
Holy fuck, this guy needs to stay in line. Okay, he's not that fucking stupid then.
Now you're in the game.
He's so lucky as well because Avon's got his boy in that place. They could probably get an order inside that jail to get him fucked up in jail before he even comes back out, let alone when he comes back out. He needs to do his time, shut his fucking mouth. He got caught, and not by any order Avon gave him, by some shit he tried to do on the side. 100% his own fault. Surprised he's not dead already. Seems incredibly problematic, and if anybody in Avon's crew has any sort of common sense, they would turn him up on his head and slam him through the fucking floor. He'd probably survive thanks to his permed hair, but it would still hurt him.
Does she know about the detective and the pictures?
No, why would I tell her about that?
And are the two of you still,
No.
If they seem so civil now, I wonder why his wife was so quick to jump the gun with this, like, emergency order and shit without discussing it with him first.
Come on, let's make nice for the judge.
Okay.
Seems like a complete waste of everybody's time.
Ready? Come on, we'll get dinner first.
Daniels is gonna low-key eat that later. He just can't eat it in front of Wallace. It shows weakness. As soon as he gets in his car...
My man say, tell that motherfucker that if he can find a way not to dip in our pockets,
We're gonna call this shit even.
Don't know if Omar's gonna believe this.
You know there's dead on both sides, right? There's gonna be a whole lot more if this beef keep up. If the truth be told, there'll be more soldiers on one half than the other, you know what I'm saying?
It's a good point. Avon's got such a big army behind him.
The man I'm talking about can't have his shit taken like that. I won't do.
Alright. Tell him throw me some cash then. And we'll see. 5 or 10,000.
5-10,000 is nothing to Avon. He paid double that for a junior basketball player. Seems like a low figure.
How careful is Stringer Bell?
I don't know no one named Barksdale.
Still, we got him tied to the Brandon killing.
Yeah, he's not stupid. Stringer Bell is like the smartest dude aside from Avon in Avon's crew, I would say. Incredibly cautious, takes after the boss for sure. Maybe even a better leader than Avon would be. Avon was ready to go to war with Omar. He probably would have won. He has so many guys, but Omar would have done everything he can to tear Avon to pieces straight away. And Stringer was the first dude, the only guy, that sat him down and was like, we should sue for peace. Which is clearly the smart option, gives Avon the chance to regroup and plot a way to kill Omar without any of his people dying, or any of his product being stolen in the meantime.
What's that?
What?
That noise.
It's crickets.
Crickets, mate.
Cricket.
Damn, he's never heard crickets. That's when you know you are straight inner city for life. What a cricket noob. I hear that noise every time I try and tell a joke.
Thank you, man. I mean, you look good and your services are appreciated. Keep them tips. I hope you're making them, baby.
Now I'm completely confused. Why the fuck is she pushing D'Angelo away, but still working as a stripper? I thought she was just like getting the fuck out of there. I do not understand what the fuck is going on now. It's like she actually likes D'Angelo, so she's trying not to make him an accessory while still gathering intel on Avon. If that is what she is doing, she's a fucking idiot. I call a lot of people in this show fucking idiots. I should have like a top 10 chart in the blank red there. She'd be like 4 or 5 just now. Don't worry, Herc is still number 1.
Y'all gotta work tomorrow.
Candy ass. That's all I have to say.
Come on, Kima. McNulty and Bunk do this shit all the time. You can't go while all the homies are having fun.
Guess not.
Thank you.
Can't hold a liquor.
Can't hold a donut.
To be fair, Kima, you look like one of the least donut-loving cops I've ever seen. A very unrealistic representation of a police officer, if anything.
Kima, how did you know you wanted to be a cop? I mean, how did you choose that?
She does wear a Kangol hat very well though. Like number 2 in the world, behind Samuel L. Jackson with it on backwards.
He looks down at me and he smiles, you know, real quiet like. And he drops his cuffs. He says, here you go, Rook. That's all he says.
Well, that's good on the job training. Cuff him yourself, motherfucker. Is that Kima's girlfriend? Or is Kima cheating as well? I swear Kima's got a wifey at home. Maybe that is a wifey. I haven't seen her wifey too much yet, so apologies if that was. If not, shame on you, Kima. I'm sure your girlfriend would have loved to join in. Okay. No garbage man ever has tucked in his t-shirt. You're completely breaking the illusion there, bro. You look like Simon Cowell on Britain's Got Talent. Herc's driving it. He already has a garbage license.
I've been hell looking for you people. What the hell's the name of this unit anyway? Oh shit. Kima in the house.
Another street undercover sort of guy. Of course he knows Kima.
Kima, she just talked like that because I had her when she was good.
Shit, you the ugly ass motherfucker turned me the other way.
He made her a lesbian.
So what's the name of your fish?
Window O. As in old shit I tried to buy from a state police blocker.
Not gonna lie, I kinda like this undercover cop. He's got a bit of banter.
That back room locked, and even if I do get back there on an errand, then they kind of shut down. They get real quiet.
Oh god, don't tell this guy anything. I like Lester Freeman, he's one of the cooler cops, but at the end of the day, if I had to pick a side, it would not be the police, so I hope for her safety, she does the smart thing and tells him fucking nothing. Just appreciate his mini furniture and move on.
Got me coming across town in the middle of a fucked up work day just so you can hold 10. That shit ain't right.
Hold up, I don't need 10. Okay, I don't know, I need place of my own.
I had some bed, some sheets.
Good on him.
Alright, I'm on it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I mean, I think I can get, a mattress,
Hey.
my own place, everything for like a couple $100.
That's fucking good to see, man. I really, really hope Bubbles keeps clean.
He'll be on my page tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I got you.
That's nice of Kima. That's her back in my good books after the hold his arms innocent beatdown, which I won't forget, Kima. But still, you're balancing your karma slightly.
The Wire is what gives us Barksdale. It gives us the whole crew. Day by day, piece by piece.
He is 100% correct.
It's what I asked you for months ago. It's what we do successfully, time and again, to make these cases.
This guy's just not listening to reason. Daniels is being so clear as to how it's gonna work and proving piece by piece that it is working, and this guy's just like, no, bust everyone you've got now and let's get this shit wrapped up. I don't understand the politics behind that, if it's financial, if it looks good on their records, the quicker they deal with it. No idea why, but I can imagine Daniel's frustration right now.
I ain't asked for much, but I'm a little light on traveling money. I'm saying I could go around the block and get myself paid, but I'm thinking.
Omar's never light on money, unless he literally wants to be light on money. I mean, it's the first time I've not seen Omar in a trench coat, body armour, and with a shotgun in his hands, you know what I mean? But he's making a wise choice. It's kind of what I thought would happen this episode, you know, the peace treaty's been called, Omar's being smart and getting out of Dodge for a bit. He'll be back, no doubt.
Kima will be in the car for the buy, fronting as I see as a girl.
Looking the part, too.
Oi, Kima's looking cool in a casual outfit.
I only want to remind Mr. Blocker here that his plea agreement is contingent on cooperation, and a buy-bust on Savino Bratton is less cooperative than a buy-bust from someone higher up on the food chain.
This guy's giving him fucking everything, man.
He got popped. Now he needs to get right back into it to pay the bondsman and the lawyer. All right, let's make this work.
From day one, I knew that strip club owner was gonna be trouble, you know. It's a shame Avon, Stringer, none of those guys saw this guy to be the liability that he is. It's gonna cost them. Come on, Bubbles, you can do it, mate. Good on him. Fuck. This guy isn't. I don't know if this guy's on guard, that's for sure. I don't know if he fully buys this situation. I think he might run.
Does any unit have the eyeball?
Negative 1135.
Come on, Rex, tell us where the fuck you are.
Damn, that guy's being so quiet. I couldn't even hear those instructions. If I was driving, I'd have been like, what, bro?
Don't fuck with this cow. I'll be right back with your shit.
This might be a dangerous situation here. If something goes wrong, Kima's a sitting duck.
I make it we're on the north side of Warwick. In an alley, I don't know shit. Half a block west of Longwood, maybe? I hope y'all caught me then.
Yeah, that puts us about 8 blocks away.
Why do I've got a feeling that something's gonna go wrong here?
He better not be long, cause see, I don't know where the stash is.
This looks like a stick up for the money.
Snitch him out! Signal 13! Signal 13!
Gunshots!
Gunshots! Go citywide! 1135!
That's him fucking dead.
Check the alleys! Check the alleys!
North side, 2800.
Oh fuck, I hope they haven't shot Kima. Oh shit.
1171, does anyone have a visual? Does anyone have a visual?
Wow. I'm sorry I'm not saying much, but this is fucking tense. I want to know what's happened to Kima.
We can't find the officer down. We need Foxtrot looking for a green Lincoln Town car with a brown vinyl roof. It's parked in those alleys.
No, they can't even find the alleyway. He's for sure dead. Where is Kima? Is she alive? Oh shit, she's been fucking shot in the... Oh fuck. Is Kima dead? Wow, fucking hell. Whew, well, that was episode 10 of season 1, The Cost, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. Oh my fucking god, I can't even I'm drawing a blank as to what's happened that entire episode just because of how impactful that last portion was. It's all fallen completely out of my head because I just wasn't expecting that to happen. Okay, so there was me thinking everything's gonna de-escalate this episode. And I sort of predicted that to be the case between Omar and Avon, and it kinda did. So I thought, alright, this is gonna be an episode where the gears go down a few levels, and it's I don't know how many episodes there are in this season, but I know that there's still more to go, so I don't think we're crescendoing up to a finale yet. So I assumed, that the season to have peaks and valleys and shit like that, and have calmer episodes, which I appreciate. One of my favourite Game of Thrones episodes is episode 2 of the much hated season 8, when it's the one before the Battle of Winterfell, when they're all just chilling in Winterfell one last time, talking before everything goes to shit, and Brienne gets knighted and they're singing and shit. But it's a nice episode, even though it's a more de-escalated one. Point being, I was expecting this to be something like that, and it seemed like that's the way it was going. Now, what started as a sort of small side story, this fucking idiot, all I know is his last name's O, as in oh shit, yeah, because that State undercover guy made that joke, but yeah. All I know him as is O. He again tried to get a little side deal going, and it completely fucked up and he got arrested. Now, at first, I thought this was going to be a small story element which wouldn't have much impact to begin with, but, would later on pay off. I thought they were adding something which would have a payoff further down the line in later episodes. I had no idea what was going to happen was going to happen. I mean, I just can't believe that. What seemed like a seemingly reasonable explanation, he's out trying to get his bail money and trying to get this and that, turned out to be Avon wasn't buying that shit in the slightest, because as soon as he went to get product again, he's dead. And I've got to say, it was a smart move to kill him. I just was not expecting Kima to also get shot. It sounds like she wasn't shot on accident either, because after he was shot in the front seat, we heard her one last time on the radio trying to give an identification of the two shooters before we heard 2 more gunshots and she went silent. So it was like she just went fuck it and went on the radio while they saw her doing that, and that prompted them to shoot her as well. Or maybe they would have shot her as well even if she just was the dude's girlfriend, just because she was a witness to the fact. Either way, Avon don't play that shit apparently. I was just saying, how come no one in Avon's crew has clocked the suspectability of this guy? But obviously Avon already gave that guy one chance. He knew he was trying to get a side deal going. Then what does he do? Goes to get it anyway, gets busted, and then instantly turns snitch and tries to get some informant shit going on. Ridiculous. And he was bound to die. Just, it happened in the most shocking way possible. My spider senses kicked in that the ship wasn't going to go down exactly how I expected it to go down, but that being said, I just did not expect it to end like that. Wow. Looking back at the way the episode was structured, I should have known some fucked up shit was going to happen to Kima, because we had that whole scene of her hanging about with her friends and telling her little story and shit like that. I mean, classic things that cinema does to you to get you emotionally attached to something it's about to snatch out of your fucking hands. Classic move. Thank you. We all got invested in Kima's story, and then she did the nice thing for Bubbles, so you're like, oh, we like Kima again. She's fucking helping Bubbles get clean. Again, classic cinema, screenwriter tricks to get you emotionally invested so that the finale is far more impactful, which it was. I'd fallen out of friendship with Kima over the last few episodes due to the police brutality scenes, which I don't like to see. But yeah, she won me back over this episode. Purposefully done. by the scriptwriter, so big ups whoever wrote this episode, because that was the exact right moment where you needed to do that for me to make that ending as shocking, as impactful as it was for me. Had we not have seen that sort of redemption of Kima's character after the brutality scenes, which for me left a bigger impact than anything else she had done nice up until that point, I would have been like, well, you know, Kima was nice, but fucking hell, man, she was, you know. But now I'm like, holy shit, just wasn't expecting it. What a shocking end to the episode. I hope she's okay. I never thought I'd say that about an undercover cop, but you know, I don't want any of them to die, I just don't want them to arrest anyone. Can't we find some sort of peace where the criminals are allowed to do crime and they just let them do it? Can't we find some middle ground? But no, I don't wish death upon anyone, especially characters you're getting invested in, so I really hope Kima's alright. I mean, they didn't definitely show her dead. They showed McNulty giving her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, which suggests her heart has stopped, but there is still a chance. We never actually saw McNulty look round and be like, she's fucking gone, or anything like that. We never got that moment. Here's hoping the start of the next episode opens with Kima in a hospital bed in a coma or something, and she's going to come back out of it. If not, I mean, I don't know if this is a send-off to the character yet. That's the thing, they sort of left that on a cliffhanger. So I would salute the character, but we may not have seen the last of her yet. So until next episode, Kima's fate lies in the balance in my mind. And let me stop as someone that tries to write scripts, screenplays, stories and stuff. I just want to say, I really appreciate the complex but perfectly explained way they chose to tell that last act. They could have told it in a far more frank way, but here's why I think it's especially genius. They set up earlier in the car the conversation about the street signs being swapped, which is a genius strategy, but also it creates confusion and panic. So that last scene was already brutal enough, but what they added to it was the confusion and panic of the rest of the unit desperately trying to locate the exact alleyway she was in, while she was trying to give them instructions to a place that was hard to get to because the street signs had been swapped and she only knew the rough location. Just adding another layer of like, what the fuck has happened to her? And that made it way more impactful than it would have been without that small, subtle writing element. So if you're a writer out there, always think about like, what's another layer I can put to this to increase emotional intensity? Because that scene could have played out like, boom, Kima's the undercover in the back, they go to do the drug deal, guys come out, shoot her, and then the police pull up and find her shot. Which is what happened, but it's the way they did it by introducing that element of confusion and panic with them not knowing her exact location and not showing Kima until they got there. So as soon as the shooters ran up in the car, we got a perspective shift in direction. Up until that point, the direction had been cutting between Kima and O and McNulty and Daniels and all them guys, right? But then, as soon as the shooters ran out and said, snitch your motherfucker, boom, boom, bang, straight away it cuts to the radio and all we get is the perspective of the police unit while not knowing exactly what is going on. That makes us feel the same panic, fear and confusion as that police unit would be feeling in that situation. And then when they arrive at the scene, we get the reveal of how badly Kima has been shot, which again impacts us at the exact same time as it would have impacted them upon finding her. These small elements are what take good stories and make them great stories, and take great stories and make them legendary stories. And I can tell that the writers of this show understand that principle, and I can completely see why this show has raised above the thousands of television shows that have ever been made to be honoured enough to be in the conversation of top 5 constantly ever made. And it's small things like this. And that's why, like, okay, yes, it is the acting, yes, it is the directing, yes, it's all of that, but it all starts from great writing and great understanding of the way things should be done on screen to get the most emotional impact. I apologise for the diatribe about this, but that's just for anybody out there who has ever considered writing a story, or it's something you might do in the future. These are the things you need to pay attention to. Layer it to add emotional impact so it's a proper gut punch and not just an A to Z of this happens, then that happens, then that happens. They purposely changed the perspective, which made it an absolute gut punch when we saw what had happened to Kima. It's just great writing, great directing, and of course it never comes across as it should without great acting. It was just fucking A-class excellent, even more shocking and everything than the last episode, which saw Avon getting open fired on by Omar. To me, this is the most impactful scene the show has had so far, and it was just done perfectly. I cannot praise the ending of this episode enough. A-class episode for me. What a top grade ending. And obviously, I cannot wait to see the next one, to see if Kima's alive, dead. I mean, who knows what the fuck is going on now. So we'll have to wait until next time and see. If you have liked this video, click like. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more videos like this, and ring the bell if you want to be notified as to when they are dropping. If there's anything you want to talk about from the episode I've just watched, or anything you want to recommend to me in future, or just shoot the shit in general, comment down below. And share this video around to anybody you think might appreciate this or want to watch the rest of this series along with us. My Patreon link is in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to polls so you can vote on what I watch in the future. You get access to these reactions I post on YouTube weeks and weeks in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. You do need your own copy of the show to watch those along with me, but all the full-length versions of these reactions are up on the Patreon as well. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and the channel out so much. And until next time, I have been BA, peace.